Right, Elsa, give us a bit of history of the Guildford Hotel.
So it first was licensed in the late 1880s.
Right.
In 1915, it did go through a big renovation, which gives you the facade that you see today. Sadly, in 2008, on the 1st of September, there was a fire, so the whole thing burnt down. It did keep the facade, but the inside was just wrecked.
Right.
It did sit with no one coming in it for about 6 years.
Right.
And then it was fully reopened in 2016 to the pub that you see today. They did manage to keep a lot of the elements. So if you look around the venue, you'll see the facade is the same, just painted, upgraded. The Belvedere tower is a replica.
Right, yeah.
But we did keep one of the original beams from the Belvedere that's warped, hangs above the bar and holds the lights today.
Oh, right. And how's it evolved, like as the new bar is from the old Guildford Hotel?
We tried to keep a lot of the community elements, but the food has changed.
Right.
It's a little bit more pub style with a modern twist.
Right.
So we have some interesting items like our cheeseburger spring rolls, very popular.
Right.
And of course we've got the smoker now, so we have a lot of smoked meats. That's our biggest seller.
Looking forward to seeing that.
Yep.
Yeah. So the clientele that you're getting now from, say, the old locals from the old Guildford Hotel times, has it evolved as the clientele changed?
It's a bit of a mix. We do get a lot of the locals, and they're very passionate about Guildford. They're very passionate about the hotel, so we do get them come in, they tell us stories, they give us donations.
Yeah.
We've gotten dropped off a beautiful sketch that was an original piece that was dropped off by the old owners just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then we also have a lot of new clients. So with the Swan Valley right there, we get a lot of bus tours, younger patrons, 20, 21, they come in and they also enjoy the beer garden.
Right, and is it, as a venue, is become a destination?
Yeah, it's very much, we are the mouth of the Swan Valley, so we find a lot of people that are heading out to the Swan Valley will stop by us first, enjoy a drink.
Yeah, and the openness of it, so basically the destruction of it has actually become part of it, hasn't it? I mean, there's a lot of highlights within the Guildford Hotel now that were actually destroyed but have become part of the architecture.
Yeah, that's it. We don't hide from it. We do embrace it. It did burn down. It is part of what it is. But if you walk around, you'll see there's charred wood beams everywhere. There's old floorboards. There's an old bathroom sink on level 2 that you can see. Can't get to it, but you can definitely see it across the distance.
And this used to be the residence, didn't it?
Yeah, so this used to be hotel rooms, and now it's just one of our function centres. A lot of weddings, engagement parties. It's just a beautiful space.
It is a beautiful space. Yeah, it's very. It's got that rawness, but it's sophistication at the same time.
Yeah, it's very adaptable, very versatile. We've had a lot of events in here.
Yeah, and so with the bus tours, is it like are they booked tours, or like the clientele that are coming in from obviously tourist organisers coming in?
Yeah, it's a mix. Sometimes they'll give us a heads up they're coming in. Sometimes they'll just rock up on a Saturday, but.
It's the best way, isn't it?
They're great fun.
Swing it. And with so you specialise in the meats, the smoked meats. So is that something that was introduced, or was it here before? Or?
It wasn't here before. They brought in the smoker. His name's Thomas.
Yeah.
And so that's something new we do. We've got our pitmaster that specialises in it. So we do brisket as our main thing. We do it for pork, sausages, chicken. We have a meat platter that's called the whole damn lot. It just has a bit of everything. Definitely something we're very well known for and we'd love to do.
And with it, so is it a meal or is it more of a burger that like you make rolls or is it more of?
It's more, we have a smoked section on our menu that has all the brisket and sausages. We do also do like the pulled pork from our burgers there. And we also have barbecue pitmaster classes that we hold. We don't have any at the moment because it's going into winter, but we do have them every month for about 6 months of the year.
Well, I hear that you specialise in the cocktails.
Yes, we have a fantastic cocktail list. A lot of different, we adapted to the season. So at the moment we have a pina colada that comes with an icy pole. We also have our Gilly Garden pot, which is served in a little terracotta pot, which is a lot of fun and very fun to photograph. And we do have a mix of really summer ones. We've got some winterberry cocktails coming up soon.
Yeah, and are they more sort of earthy or more tropical?
They're more, definitely earthy flavours for winter. We're very much we've got a lot of winter spots in our venue, so we do have one real fireplace left. The rest are electric, but we do light them up in winter and it becomes a very cosy place to be. Sit on the Chesterfield couches and just snuggle in with a nice.
This fireplace is absolutely beautiful. Yeah. All right. So selection of beers.
Yeah, we have a wide selection. We've got 18 beers on tap, a lot of mixes. We do try and put some locals on. We do have a lot of really popular mixes as well.
All right, and they brewed here locally, or?
We don't have any of the brewed here. We do feature some local ones. So we've got Feral Hot Hog on tap, so that's a local brewery. Yeah. And then we also have just the classics like Heineken and 150 Lashes.
Oh, right, yeah. So your mother was passionate about
my mum's really big on heritage.
Right.
She's part of the Mount Lily Society. She loved the Guildford Hotel and what it was.
Yeah.
So when it burnt down, obviously, she was one of the people that are very devastated by it. We have a close family friend that lives just a couple of streets away that was very personally invested in it, as most of the community was when it burnt down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely try to make it my mission to learn a lot about the heritage and be able to share it with people. We share a lot of facts on our Instagram and Facebook page, and people just love it, respond well to it.
Yeah, and now you're in the marketing for the place.
Yeah.
Brilliant job.
Love to see the before and after pictures and just
Beautiful.
see how everything ties in together and how it's become the venue it is today.
It's beautiful. Yeah, and I tell you what, the architecture in this is absolutely sublime. They've done a marvellous job, and you know, it's a credit to whoever got involved in this.
Yeah.
The end result is
very much spearheaded by the Hotel Group.
It's absolutely sublime, absolutely just beautiful. Yeah. And the group was it a protest group that spearheaded it, or?
There was a lot of community engagement in wanting to rebuild it.
Right.
So because it did sit without anyone touching it for up to 6 years,
yeah.
The community really wanted to see something become of it, and the Hotel Group got involved, and they worked with the publican group at the time.
And they're the owners of the establishment?
Not anymore, so it is acquired by Australian Venue Co, who now looks after it.
Right.
But yeah, the Hotel Group were the ones that came in and they saw everything that needed to be done.
Right.
And yeah, they are the reason that it's...
The way it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I heard rumours it was going to be knocked down for office blocks or even apartments.
Yeah, I think that was in the works just because it did sit empty for so long that by the time they got in here, all the original floorboards were rusted, were rotten through.
Yeah.
You could see into the ground of the...
Right.
Yeah, all the dirt and everything. So there wasn't much standing. You couldn't get upstairs. The staircase had completely gone.
Is that right?
The original Belvedere staircase had toppled. We do have that outside as well, which I can show you.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of damage to the building. And so when they came in, it was a lot of bigger job than it would have been if they'd come immediately in.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of roadblocks along the way, but they eventually got there, and now it's a beautiful building.
Is this a retractable roof?
Yes, so in summer we open it right up. This whole space becomes an indoor courtyard. It's just a beautiful place to sit.
Yeah.
You can see that we still have old features from the old owners. So actually the owner came in a couple of weeks ago, about 3 owners back, and she actually said that was her bathroom sink when she was here.
Is that right?
Yeah, so we've managed to preserve that. We've got the original fireplaces as well on all the corners.
Yeah. And obviously they're the original joists.
Yeah, all the joists are still there. Even the wooden panels from there, that's from the old fencing and old floorboards that they've reworked into the building.
Right, beautiful. I like this void. It does something, you know, it just gives it that sense of space.
Opens it up.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful in summer when the roof is all open and you just get the sun shining in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. It's a nice sunny afternoon with a few ales in here.
This was all hotel rooms. The owner a few back would use this one as her space.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see definitely the defined rooms. You can see it on the walls that are left.
Yeah. Wow. That archway is just, I mean, to get one of those now, like an architectural bloody feature, isn't it?
Yeah, they've managed to keep a lot of them, even though that one's got a wall dividing it. You can definitely still see that it's there.
Yeah. The fire is part of the history, you know, and they've kept that in there. You know, you see the charred timber.
And out on the balcony, we still have the original staircase. It's the iconic one from the old Belvedere Tower.
Right. Yeah. See, and where did that lead when it was in the Belvedere?
It would lead up to the tower, which used to be a space that you can go to.
Yeah.
We have opened it up, so you can't get up there anymore, but it's a beautiful view from the bottom when it's open.
Right. But they've done a wonderful job.
Excellent.
It's unreal.
Things that you wouldn't even be able to think of that they've just incorporated. Like a lot of people would just trash the whole thing, start from the beginning, but they've saved all the bricks and they piled them up, and then they thought, where can we use this? Let's lay out the courtyard with it.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely a credit to whoever saw the vision of the place. You know, it's beautiful. And they've even, like, you know, with the modern lighting, it's still got that old world about it. You know, it's just, and obviously they've used these to sort of go back. You know, it looks old fence posts, you know.
Yeah, it throws in that industrial
Yeah,
feel
it just gives it does. Yeah,
into the building.
It's definitely a credit, you know, and the owners and the employees must be so proud to be a part of this, you know.
Definitely. All our employees love the building. They love to do little tours.
Yeah.
We do get a lot of people that come in the venue just to basically have a look around, and they're more than welcome. And we get the first thing in the morning when we open at 11, we have people that come in, take a little walk around, come upstairs and spy everything, read all the little plaques we have on the walls, and then head out. Yeah. But they're more than welcome to. It's a beautiful building. We love to show it off. And
you got to showcase it, you know. And what better way to do it by inviting people to come in who don't, you know, they're not patrons, you know. It's
it's an icon in Guildford. It's definitely a must-stop location when you come out to this area. It's a historical area and it's a historical building.
And it gives that sort of sense of atmosphere as well, you know. It is absolutely sensational. I just love it. Even the TV case, you know.
That's all the old wood. Even this, and you can see the pressed iron behind it. It's also part of the old structure. All the chard's been sealed now, so we can preserve it more.
That's unreal. It is. You know, somebody would have seen just junk and get rid of it. You know, even send it to a recycling. But somebody's seen something of value, and they've made something sensational.
As far as I know, what they did was when they came in, they took everything, instead of binning it, they put it to a side, they put it in a seed container. They started on the building, and then they started incorporating those pieces back in.
Beautiful. That's absolutely. It's a great history. Yeah. And you must be, you know, you got to be so proud of yourself being involved in it.
And this is a beam that was part of the original Belvedere Tower, which unfortunately was lost in the fire.
Right.
So you can see it is warped from the fire, but they've just reincorporated it into the building. It's definitely one of my favourite parts.
And it's a good little feature for, you know, like almost a helmet and even a light rack. You know, it's just well used.
It is just something a little bit fun. Keeps the original
funky, isn't
Belvedere as part of the venue.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just absolutely, it's different, you know.
So this is a nice little corner here because you have one of the original fireplaces still left.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't light anymore, but we do put an electric fire in there so it can still warm you up.
All right.
And we also have the original stencil motifs up on the wall still that have managed to be preserved.
That's absolutely stunning. And that's dated back to when?
I believe those ones are the 1915.
1915. And that's been preserved, has it? Like, you know.
Yeah, so it's been sealed over so we can preserve it for longer and keep the heritage as long as we can.
Right. Destruction is creation as well.
Just helps give the place a bit more of an identity as well in the modern age, because we've got that modern twist to it. It's such a beautiful place to come.
Not being knocked down, you know, and replaced. It's, you know, been reborn.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. It's just, I remember it as, you know, like as being younger, coming past it, and it was just a drinking hole. That's all it was, you know. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh yeah. Do you use any like smoking additives?
No, so we only use straight Jarrah. We don't use any other products.
Right.
It's only wood that we use to burn.
Right.
Jarrah's quite cheap.
Yeah.
Has a really nice sweet flavour to it as you taste the brisket.
It does, yeah.
I think that's why.
Wow.
So this is obviously needs another 3, 4, 5 hours.
Right.
Probably another 4 hours, I'd say. It's only been there for 2 or 3.
And this is all ready for tonight, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, just seal it. Oh yeah.
There's that one there. They're quite ready. The way we can check that they're ready is that a lot of people like to peel it off the skin, but you really want it just before it.
Yeah, you've got.
So if you're just there, you just close enough that it's got the residual heat. It's going to keep on cooking it.
Exactly.
Which is what you want to keep. Which is what you want to do, really. So there, yeah, most of these are pretty much ready. Yeah, that's those there. And then, like I said, we'll finish those off with the a soy glaze just over the top of them, add a bit of sweet and stickiness.
Right,
We'll put them under salamander so it like gets a bit more skin and a bit more colour on top of it.
A bit more crunch as well?
Yeah, a bit more crunch.
Yeah.
That's it.
Beautiful.
So we have here the sticky lamb ribs, some blackened spiced chicken, the brisket, which takes a 12-hour smoke, those ones, and then the sticky pork, which is about an 8-hour smoke.
Right. And so you prepare this all at the same time as, like, or is it in stages?
It's different stages. For example, the brisket, we solo smoke that one on its own. So that's in a smoker on a double barrel.
Yeah.
That's for about, like I said, 12 hours. So that one's solo done.
Yeah.
And then the pork and the lamb ribs are generally sort of done together. They take about 6 to 8 hours in the smoker. And then the chicken is a 3-day process actually. We brine that chicken in a brine overnight. Then we leave that out in the fridge to build a bit of a skin on it.
Yeah.
Then we smoke that afterwards, so when it smokes, it gets like a nice crispy skin on the outside, but it's also still moist and tender and juicy on the inside.
What's your favourite?
Definitely the brisket. As long as it's like done properly, that's probably my favourite for sure.
And like the popularity of the dishes, which would be?
Once again, probably the brisket or the lamb ribs. Both of those two are quite popular.
Brisket and lamb.
Basically they probably sell the most of them. We have the pork on the side of a lot of the dishes as well. But yeah, definitely the brisket I think is probably the most popular.
It's definitely the smoking. It's become so popular.
Yeah, it is very popular.
And throughout the US, it's just everywhere. You know. So,
I recommend tasting still the brisket. Let's keep on the brisket bandwagon. It's like a long process. Probably the one that absorbs most of the smoke flavour, in my opinion. And also, if you look around the edges of it, it's got that really black skin.
Crisp,
that's called bark.
Right.
That's like something that builds a bit of takes time to build some bark on the briskets. It takes a bit of skill as well.
And what sauces do you use?
So that's our homemade barbecue sauce. We make that one here, and then we've got the spicy butter sauce. So that's just got a.
Okay. So how many layers of that would you put on in say an 8-hour period?
On the bark, on the sauce. Oh, sorry, on the. For the bark, it's just salt and pepper, and that black, the dark colour, the black that you can see on the outside, is just it absorbing that smoke and that cooking it. So there's no actual sauce on top of the brisket. That's all straight from smoke.
Oh, okay,
that's like I said, that's what takes the most skill is getting that dark colour on the outside, keeping it tender on the inside as well.
You've definitely got to have that crisp.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you just want that nice, tasty bark. You can taste that smoke. You taste that, like I said, it's just salt and pepper. We have the barbecue sauce on the side of it. If people want that, but eating it without the barbecue sauce is what we recommend, I guess, for the most part.
Well, this is the point. We'll have a taste test, eh?
Yeah, might as well. It's going to sound.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, no, the knife. There we go.
So you recommend tasting this first?
Yeah, let's go to the brisket.
We'll do it together?
Yeah. So if you look at it, you can see that fat is quite nice and rendered. Yeah. That's what we're looking for.
Melt in your mouth, isn't it?
It's very important, I think, to have you need to find that balance of, like I said, that fat there you can see is quite rendered, it's nice and soft and juicy, but then we still have some moisture throughout the meat, which is all from the inside of all those fat lines sort of breaking down without melting away. So what happens is, if that melts away, then you're drying out that meat. It's gelatinous, and that's basically if the temperature of the brisket goes over, say 95, 96 degrees Celsius, that's when you start losing.
Drying out. Yeah.
That's when you start drying it out. In that sauce is the apple cider vinegar. It's a tomato-based sauce with apple cider vinegar. It's quite acidy, it's quite tomatoey, a bit sweet, a bit of sugar in there, and then some star anise and some cinnamon and some fennel seeds actually, just to finish. Pulls off the bones sort of straight away. This one's actually straight out of the smoker today.
Is it?
So just going to give that a bit of a go.
With the alcohol sort of there. You're getting that fat in the meat.
Yeah. Once again, we're talking about that rendered fat. We don't want to overcook it, so we don't want that to be non-existent. But we also want to keep it moist and a nice bark on the outside.
That is even that there.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a delicacy.
People. That's a nice. Usually the crunchy bit that people quite enjoy as well.
I think you've got to have that crunch in the meat. You know, just.
So you just want that nice rendered fat. That's the most important part. If you don't get that, you're in trouble. Comes straight off the bone, like I said. Don't even make any effort there.
But the fat complements the meat. It's you don't need the sauces, do you?
No, not really. Like you said, so this one we do the basting right at the end. It's just a hoisin, Asian style sort of sauce on the basting over the top of it.
Yeah.
But once again, just for the lamb ribs, for all the meats, we initially start with just the salt and pepper rub.
Salt and pepper,
That's it. And
That's
it's a 50 50% salt, 50% pepper, and that's it. And,
Yeah, because the actual fats are the ones that, I suppose the salt will intensify the flavours as well.
Yeah.
But the fat is a complementary.
Yeah. Well, what I think is an important thing to do is to get that balance of cooking it correctly.
Yeah.
First is the most important part of it. So if you can do it cooked correctly with the salt and pepper, that's what you really want to do. And then if you want to try and experiment with different brushes or different, flavors, different brines, of course.
And then I'll let it rest.
Yeah, you definitely need to let it rest. All meats probably need to be rested at some point. I mean, the brisket itself needs to sit there for 20 minutes.
And resting it before you cook it as well,
exactly.
in the room temperature.
Yeah, and we do bring that meat, the brisket, probably the brisket and the pork, not up to room temperature, but we don't season it and from the fridge and put it in the smoker. We bring it up to temperature. Obviously, you have to be food safe. That's obviously imperative. Make sure you're wearing the glove. Make sure you're wearing gloves and all that sort of stuff. But bring it up to sort of roomish temperature. You don't want to put it ice cold in there because that will bring down the temperature of the smoke and
it toughens up the meat.
Toughens up the meat, and it takes a longer amount of time to actually cook as well. You go from 4, for the pork, 4 to 6 hours. You'll probably go to 8 hours just because you put something so cold in there initially. And getting that back up to temperature, it takes a very long time potentially. So but getting those basics down is where we're at, I think, now. And now we'll look to sort of experiment a little bit more. We've been smoking some vegetables and smoking some fruits as well. So just intending to put on a smoked cherry pie, or crumbles specifically, sorry. Intending to put that on the menu.
So that'd be a good winter appetizer.
Yeah, so that's probably going on in the sort of May,
not appetizer, but dessert.
So that'll be something different, just to show off the smoke flavours and how much you can change meats and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, because I'm seeing like in hardware stores now, they're selling smoking kits.
They do sell smoker kits, you go to Bunnings or any one of those other ones.
Exactly,
they sell smokers,
Now with the chicken, what did you say you cooked that for?
So that's cooked for about 4 hours, give or take. But like I said, that's been in the brine. So if we cut that open, it should still, hopefully,
be juicy.
Quite juicy. See all that juice inside of it.
There is a myth about the, about poultry being not pink. Look,
so it is. For all meats here, it's temperature based. All of our meats, we cook them up to a certain temperature. Obviously, we're talking food safe. For example, the brisket is cooked over 90 degrees, but definitely not over 100. So between 90 and 95. The chicken is cooked up to 70 degrees. We don't want to go much over 75. That way we're at food safe, but we're also not drying out, and that's what we don't want to do.
Drying chicken is the worst.
It's the worst, So that's why it's such a long process. We brine it, so that breaks. What that does is salt gets inside the meat, breaks it down a little bit, and makes it taste nice, and then keeps that moisture in there.
And the skin.
And crispy skin as well. I mean, if you peel up here, you can sort of see it there.
They say don't eat skin, but I mean that's the best part of the chicken.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Experiences.
If I'm not in the kitchen, I'm definitely by the smoker outside. I'm always happy for a chat, and if people are interested in smoking in general or just asking any questions, I'm always happy to answer. To be honest.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Thank you very much.
Good on
Thank you,
Chris. Thanks. Ooh, that's nice. Very refreshing. Definitely a beautiful summer drink, that one. And now the mojito. Well, my job is done. Cheers. Whoa.